So I'm gonna briefly go over how to make patterns again. So if you start a 2D sketch, it'll bring you to the XY plane, right? Just choose that. To make patterns, you need two things. You need a geometry that you want to pattern and an axis that you want to pattern along. So I'm gonna demonstrate them both really quick. I'm gonna start with a circular pattern. So here I have a circle. I'm gonna make it just 1 inch, okay? That's perfect. So if I want to have a small ring of boxes around it or rectangles, then I can just make this box, right? And then I can choose to pattern it around. Because the axis is a circle and the axis that I wanted to follow around is a circle, then I use a circular. But if I wanted the, yeah, okay. But if I wanted the axis that I wanted to pattern it around, like be a line, then I would use a rectangular pattern. But I'm gonna start off a circle. When you click circular pattern, first thing you do is select the geometry. So you can just use that green box that I showed you guys yesterday, select the geometry. Next, you select the axis, right? So in this case, that's a circle. You click this, and bam, you have a pattern. You can change the direction if you want by the little flip button, and you can also change the number of rectangles that you want. Like if I want 8 rectangles, then it would work like that. And then you can also change the degrees. So if I only wanted to pattern around 160 degrees of the circle, then you can see that it only patterns around 160 degrees. Okay, so that's sort of how you do a rectangular pattern, if that makes sense. So next, I'm gonna, that was a circular pattern, sorry. So that's how you make a circular pattern. Okay. Now I'm gonna show you guys how to make a rectangular pattern. Who is this? Jonah, can you mute yourself? Okay. So now I'm gonna go over a rectangular pattern. So rectangular pattern, that means you're patterning something along a line. So I'm gonna create a line here, right? And then if I want circles to be patterned along this line, what I would do is create the geometry of a circle. I'm gonna make this like 0.25, right? So this is the axis, this is the geometry. So you're gonna go ahead and click rectangular pattern. You're gonna choose the geometry that you want to be patterned. And then afterwards, you're gonna choose the axis. So basically what this does is it tells Autodesk Inventor that you want this geometry to be patterned along this axis. You can change the direction if you want. You can see the circle's not there, or I can leave it like this. And you can customize it. If I want 5 circles pattern and I want them to be 0.3 inches apart, then I go ahead and click OK. And then Autodesk Inventor will have made 5 circles that are 0.3 inches apart patterned along this axis. So that's sort of more about the circular and rectangular pattern.